Okay, so this is Melissa, your insurance exam queen, sending you all the loves, all the vibes to pass your exam. We're on this YouTube channel to help us make sure we pass our exams with ease and flow. We're going to do a little lesson here on pro rata, which is a math question that can show up on your property and casualty exams. Keep in mind, the thing with math is every state exam is different. You never know if you're going to have one math problem or 5 math problems. Math, though, shouldn't be the thing that really makes or breaks you. If you're not super strong in math, you can just study something else and make sure that you are really strong in those areas if math is not your thing. But my goal is to make it simple enough that you should be able to answer a good amount of the math questions that you do get to make sure you're able to secure those points. But again, don't let math terrify you. It shouldn't be the reason that it prevents you from passing. And again, you'd never know if you're going to have 0 questions on math or 5 questions on math. So you just be prepared for it just in case. Now, so pro rata is what happens when when there is more than one company covering the same building. It's not normal to do that. You can, but there's no rule that says you can't. There are some reasons why you may need more than one company covering the same building. But pro rata is just if more than one insurance company is covering the same thing, they each pay a fair share. We can't just say it's half and half, like you pay half and you pay half if they're not covering half and half. So pro rata, to determine the fair share, we have to look at how much each person is covering. So let's take a look at instance for this. So this is, let's say this woman has a $200,000 building. She wants to cover it for $200,000, but she can't find a company that will cover it for $200,000. So she tries to do, she gets 2 different companies. So let's say she gets company A that'll cover it for $150,000. Company B is going to cover it for $50,000. So I want you to just think real quick. If this building were to be split into 4 equal parts, company A is covering 3/4 of the building, right? 150 would be 3/4 of 200. And then company B is covering 1/4 of the building. So if we were to have, a $10,000 claim, the easiest way to think about this is that company A is going to pay 3/4 of that claim, and company B is going to pay 1/4 of that claim. If you're a math person, you totally understood what I just said. If you're not a math person, no worries. You'll just be able to do what I'm about to explain. So I just want you to understand this is how we're determining fair share. This is why we can't say company A pays half and company B pays half, because technically company B is only covering 1/4 of the building, where company A is covering 3/4 of the building. So here's how we do the pro rata math equation. So you're going to have a test question that will be something like this. They'll say company A. So company A was covering $150,000 of insurance. And I'm not going to write out like full blown test question here. And then they'll say company B was covering $50,000 of insurance. And then they're going to say there was I did my colors wrong. Then they'll say there was a $10,000 fire. How much did company A and B pay? And so then your choices, you're going to have A, B, C, D down here. It's going to be company A, and they'll have a dollar amount, and then company B, and they'll have a dollar amount, and you need to pick the correct one. So how do we make sure that we pick the correct one? So when we do the pro rata equation, the pro rata equation is pretty simple. You have the company you're looking for on top. So we're going to do company A. We're going to start with company A. Then you put the 2 companies on the bottom together. You multiply that times the loss, and that will equal the payout of A. So the thing here is, keep in mind, the company we put on top is going to be the answer we get. We need to do the same thing for company B. We can do company B on top divided by A plus B times the loss, and that will be the payout of B. So what I'm saying is, whatever company you put on top is going to be the answer you get. Now, sometimes you may have company A plus B plus C. You may have multiple companies, okay? So you need to be able to, whatever company you put on top is the answer you're going to get, okay? So looking at this, let's do company A first. So company A was covering it for $150,000. Both companies added together is $200,000. We had a $10,000 loss, and then we hit equal. Now, again, most states you're allowed to have a calculator, some don't. I'm going to teach off a calculator because it makes it simple. So we plug this equation into our calculator, 150,000 divided by 200,000 equal. Between these 2 points, you have to hit equal. You can't just plug in the full equation. Your calculator won't be able to handle it. So hit equal, then, oh, I did something wrong here. Oh, I did times instead of divided, sorry. Let me do that again. 150,000 divided by 200,000 equal. So hit the equal sign. Then you times it by the loss, times 10,000 equals 7,500. Okay. So then let's do company B. Company B is 50,000 divided by the total together is 200,000 times the $10,000 loss equal. So again, we plug that into our calculator, 50,000 divided by 200,000. Hit the equal sign. So right here, we hit the equal sign. Then we do the multiplication times 10,000 equal 2,500. So our answer over here would need to say company A pays 7,500, company B pays 2,500. Okay. Now, again, they could have multiple companies, C, D, E, F, whatever. Just do the equation as many times as you need to get the answers. So whatever company you're looking for goes on top, divided by all the companies added together, times the loss will equal the payout of the company on top. Okay. So if you do have 3 companies, you're going to need to do this equation, 3 times. And then some people will just do the equation for one. Like if you just do company A and you're like, well, the loss is 10,000. And if company B paid 7,500, I could just subtract 7,500 from 10,000. I'll get 2,500. You don't necessarily need to do the equation twice. If you understand math, you can just subtract the company A from the total loss, and that will give you company B. But if you'd rather just stick to doing the equation because you've memorized it, then just stick to that. Whatever works for you. There's no wrong way. As long as you're solving it correctly, do whatever it takes for you to do that. So that is pro rata. Again, that is when there is more than one company covering the same loss. Pro rata is about finding the fair share. Okay, so pro rata is all about finding your fair share. Okay. All right, so this is Melissa, your insurance exam queen, sending you all the loves, all the vibes to pass the exam. Again, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this video, drop a comment below about what state you're in, what test you are taking, and check out all of my class series on insuranceexamqueen.com. YouTube is like the little snack, and my class series are the full meal. And I would love to be able to help you pass your exam with ease and confidence. All the loves, all the vibes. Have an amazing day.